Ooh, I don't like that.
Too bad, so sad. That's what it is. Oh, no. I don't want to turn off my microphone. Because then I don't think anybody will be able to hear me. All right. And we are... Text messages and things. Welcome to the Buckhorn Podcast. I am Martelle, and with me always is Randy. What up, Randy?
Are we starting already?
Yeah.
All right.
Might as well.
Let's do this thing.
So, unfortunately, Michael is out for the quarter.
Yeah, he's gone.
He gone.
He's fired. Good thing he didn't fully replace me. Just yet.
I could have found somebody, I think.
You could run this on your own. You'd be fine. You can do it all by yourself.
Let me fix something.
All right.
Here comes Patrick.
Oh, Patrick is joining. You fix the... Is it coming through the...
Yeah.
The Thangle Dangles? Patrick Brown, UK. What's up?
How are you?
Good. How you doing, man?
Yeah, pretty good. Plodding along.
Good deal. What are you drinking there? I see you pouring a fresh one. I'm assuming not your first tonight.
No.
Well, tonight for you, this afternoon for us.
Yeah. What's up?
Yeah, good, man. How are you?
Oh, fantastic.
Bump him up in my ears a little if you could.
I'm bumping.
I'm on Brewdog, as normal.
Okay. Hey, that's from Canal Winchester, Ohio.
No, it's not. It's from Scotland.
That's just the only one I know of, so that's...
Yeah. So, what's new then, boys?
Nothing much.
Absolutely nothing. Is that a Chicago Cubs shirt you're wearing? Nice. Look at you.
We're having a good start to the season.
Are they? I don't.
Yeah, better than my Reds.
I don't watch soccer.
Reds.
The Reds.
Soccer.
I don't watch.
He didn't know which one of us to dog first. He's like, Reds, soccer.
I love you, Patrick. How you been?
Yeah, good, man. Good, plodding along. Yeah.
Good. How are things at the old factory?
They're okay.
Yeah?
Yeah, they're okay. They've just got extended through till Christmas, so...
Awesome.
So I still got a job.
Well, that's good.
That's good.
At least till Christmas.
Yeah. The way it's going, I'll probably get extended further because everything's so delayed.
Yeah, there you go.
Well.
Ching!
I
was actually supposed to be in America right now.
Out in Laguna Seca?
Laguna Seca, yeah.
I wish I was there as well.
But they had the problem with the third car, so I was obviously not the cheapest guy to bring in, so it's pointless trying to get me over.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm actually... Are you staying up to watch the race?
No.
It'll be at...
Oh, it's in like an hour.
Yeah, it's in like about an hour. It's like 5:20. 5:20 hour.
Did Jason just send us a message?
He did. He said
Yeah,
he
he
may
did.
jump on for 15 or 20.
Nice.
Because I sent it to him, Jason, and Mo. Or Patrick, Jason, and Mo.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's no chance that Mo will ever join. So.
Yeah, he's busy.
Well, his kind of people are.
Always late.
He's on Mo people time.
Those Asians are always late.
Oh, dear.
No respect for anybody's time.
Oh, dear, oh, dear.
I wish you would say, oh, bother. That would just make me so happy.
No, I'm white and I'm not posh.
That was funny to me, but I think it'd be even funnier if I actually knew what the difference was.
I was going to say he's not Winnie the Pooh, but...
That's why I wanted him to say it.
But
bother.
The new Winnie the Pooh horror movie is on Amazon Prime for
Is
rental.
it?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey.
Oh, I didn't know it was out already.
Yeah. It's out.
I mean, for years it was just like a rumor.
Right. And then once
Awesome.
the rights expired, they
It was good
released
to
the
go?
movie.
That's awesome.
So it started. I think they released it kind of as a
You
parody
sure you didn't
thing.
just watch Cocaine Bear drunk?
No, because I haven't watched that yet either.
Oh, okay. We should do that.
Well, that's on Peacock for free, and I don't have Peacock anymore.
I don't either, but I have other ways to view.
I need to get Peacock just to watch Shorzy.
What is Shorzy?
Yes. I've seen clips of Shorzy. Shorzy is a spinoff from Letterkenny. Letterkenny's first 7 to 8 seasons was phenomenal. It went downhill real quick.
Shorzy's the spin-off of it, and it's brilliant.
Yeah, but everything I've seen is amazing.
It's just literally one liner after one liner after one liner.
Which is what Shorzy's character was in Letterkenny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, when he was the referee, even the way he skated made me laugh.
Yeah.
And I think that same guy is in Mighty. Wasn't he in Mighty Ducks? Am I thinking of a different guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Way different guy.
All right. Whatever.
The same guy that plays the lead character in Letterkenny plays Shorzy.
Oh, okay.
Jared.
Different person.
Whatever his name is.
It's majestic. It's majestic. It's so good.
I need to go back and revisit Letterkenny. I tried to watch. I watched like 3 or 4 episodes.
You got to get past. If you get past Fart Book, you're good.
Okay.
It gets way better. Way better. But then, I think it's like season 9. They brought on some different writers and stuff. And I recently went back, rewatched the whole series. And once I got to, I think it's season 9, it started tanking pretty hard.
Okay. I'll have to check it out.
But it's a great series. But everything, and I've only seen like 3 or 4 clips of Shorzy, but everyone's been downright hilarious.
And it's not on Peacock, it's not on Hulu. It's only a Peacock thing.
Yeah, Shorzy's. I think Shorzy's only on Peacock, but I'm not sure on that.
It's only $5 a month. Maybe I'll just get another premium subscription. Why not? I have all the other streaming services.
I was going to say, we all used to complain about paying $120 for cable, and now we're all paying $200 for 19 different services.
Right.
Yeah.
That's so stupid. There's Jason. JJ. Oh, still waiting. Still joining.
That was the anticlimactic.
JJ, there he is.
Oh, look at that gorgeous mane.
So sexy. So sexy. Look at that. He got a haircut.
That's looking grayer and grayer and grayer.
Every day.
It looks amazing. It's so amazing.
Yeah, I got a bunch of gray hair and I don't look near that good. Not even close.
You don't.
How we doing, brother?
I gotta see if this works.
Oh, man, he's showing us the garage, the cars.
Yeah. Look at El Cabongo over there. That one. Wow.
That's Spanish for the Cabongo.
That is. There's
It's looking like a good setup you got there, Jay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's actually nicer than the other trailer. That canopy part of it was.
Yeah, well, I saw the inside of the trailer earlier when I spoke to your wife.
Oh.
Yeah, that's not as nice, but.
No, the inside of the truck's nicer. There's seats and things like that.
Well, yeah, but it's like a drive-over style.
Yeah.
So it is. There's more room. The other one's built out for working.
It's the same as what Reardon had, just with a better back door. That sounded wrong.
Yeah, it's always got so much better.
I was actually going to let that one go, but I had about 14 jokes that just pop into my head.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
You're looking happy, brother?
Yeah.
Your back door looks amazing.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, no, it's better now. We had a rough start, but these cars were really hard to get together right. So they didn't come very.
Well, that's because they're not
nice
American.
Factory, so.
No, they're Italian.
Surely your good mate. Surely your good mate Chris has sorted you out.
Actually, he's been great.
I'm not surprised. He's got to be.
Difference in 2 years, mate.
He's got to be nice to you. You just bought 3 fucking cars off him.
Not cheap ones either.
I suppose that's true. Yeah.
Yeah. He's also probably realising the fact that if he'd sort of given you any sort of backing 12 months ago, he might still have a customer.
Yeah. Well, for those that don't know, we're talking about Lamborghinis.
Yeah.
And they're what, like $660 a piece?
They're not.
Well, I mean, a street car. No, these ones are.
No, these ones.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's all.
Well, I shouldn't say that. It's $333 with delivery.
Okay.
We
So-
fly them over here.
So you've been working
They're not
today.
even ready to go.
You've been working today, Jason, right? You're on a race team pit crew. How is it that you look like you still smell amazing right now?
Because he's the one running everything.
I'm not doing the pit crew stuff anymore. I'm not in charge.
He's the big cheese.
Yeah, he's.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot.
Running all the racing operations now. So.
I forgot.
No, I gave up the fun stuff for so that way these younger guys could get in and do shit. So
The other fun stuff.
You say these younger guys. You nearly got me over, and I'd be the oldest
oh
there.
man,
I'm not mad. I'd be the oldest there.
How old are you in American units, Patrick?
Probably about 372.
Accurate.
probably very true. Yeah.
Very accurate.
Man, it all stuff came out good, man. These cars look good. They're a pain in the ass to work on, but they look good.
They look fantastic.
great.
Todd's designs came out amazing.
Yeah.
Of course they're a pain in the ass to work on. They're Italian.
I've always had trouble working on Italians myself.
They're cool as shit looking. The front of these look way nicer than the DC3.
Yeah.
Like, they just look really mean. Like, this one came out really good.
Got that.
We're talking right now.
I had so much problems working on Italians when I was younger. I ended up marrying a girl from West
Yeah,
Virginia.
it's a whole...
Like,
And it's not your cousin.
You sure?
I mean,
Trying to do like a gloss and matte type deal.
that's sweet.
I gotta go change my boxers.
I gotta go change Martelle's boxers.
Well, Italian cars are that bad to work on. Even Europeans say that they're bad to work on.
We're breaking them.
Hey, can you cut down on the background noise there for us, Jason? Let's act professional here. This is a.
What's that?
Can you cut down on the background noise?
This is a super professional podcast.
Yeah, we've been going for 5 years now. We don't deal with amateur crap anymore. Like forgetting to hit record or anything.
We're still recording, by the way.
They've been going 5 years and they now have 50 listeners.
Yeah, I think
We got more?
Actually, I think we're down to 22
I was going to say I haven't listened to one for a while because I haven't been on.
because you haven't been on.
Yeah.
That's fine.
But now we've got a guy from Ohio racing Italian cars in California and a guy from England who's a Chicago Cubs fan. Our listenership has to go up from here.
Yeah. So, Jason, is John there?
Yes. Oh, yeah, I forgot. Yeah. Hey, come here. Dang.
Do I know John?
No, it's the guy that I did the recording of in the car of him.
Oh, the funny one.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Oh,
The podcast that you're on last time.
Hey, look at him.
he does look like Sean Penn.
Javi.
Javi's there. John's there.
They
Hey,
were talking about you. They were asking about you.
Yeah. I was asking about you.
Jay, tell Javi to get back to work or get back across the border.
Spoken like a true Cubs fan.
Yeah.
Patrick's becoming more American as we go on.
God.
Very true.
Jay, did you hear what I just said?
What'd you say? It's breaking up a little bit.
I said tell Javi to go and get back to work or get back across the border.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm assuming
Javi's doing engineering now.
engineering.
Yeah.
I figured he was sweeping floors.
He's on that.
Mate, he's the fastest tire guy in there. In fairness, a Mexican nicking tires is pretty common. But
All right. John King says you guys got to come to Indy so we can do an in-person podcast.
I mean, I'm down.
PBR and he's in.
I'll be there.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I mean, I have every intention of being at whatever race you want me to be at.
I'm working on getting that third car locked in, so we'll get Patrick over here because I still have an open spot.
Okay.
I will go wherever you pay for me to be.
I can get you guys in.
when is it?
I'll go.
Not 100% sure.
There's two
It's in
Indy
the fall. I
dates.
think it's September.
Oh, even better. That's my kind of weather.
There's two. There's. Hold
We'll
on.
be there twice.
Hold on. Are they,
I've got them.
Hold on. Isn't Super Trofeo the same weekend as SRO?
What?
Indy.
Well, hold on. So Indianapolis and Super Trofeo are September 15th
Okay, so it's a couple of
that
weeks before.
weekend, and then Indianapolis SRO is the week of October 7th and 8th that weekend.
Okay. Yeah, gotcha.
Because I got them all on my
I
calendar.
mean, that'd be a great podcast. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
I'd like to get invited to be on my own podcast for that.
I mean, there's other work to be done while in Indy. It's not just a podcast.
For you. What am I going to do?
Sit at home.
I'll just wear a shirt that says security, and everybody's just like, "Oh, that guy's obviously security."
Yeah, he can chase me down.
It ain't chasing, brother. I got a walkie-talkie. Calling for backup.
There's nothing about you, the walkie.
I'm 100% talkie.
Yeah.
0% walkie, 100% talkie.
Yeah.
That is fucking accurate.
Hey, I had to climb 14 steps to get into this office. Thank you very much.
Good.
That's 2 workouts for the day.
Why? Because you got to go down later.
No, gravity helps on the way down. That's easy.
He just falls.
I just sit on my butt and slide down like a kid.
I have a sign that says, watch out for boulders at the bottom of the steps.
I let Martell go first, and he looks like Indiana Jones running down the stairs.
Oh, dear. Oh, God.
So what else is going on out there, Jason? Nothing?
Nothing. No, just getting ready for race 1.
All right. So is Chris going to have the audio on, or is Reese going to have the audio on?
I don't know, to be honest. I got to ask if he's not here, so I'm not sure.
I'll just hop on the.
When are you going to start driving, Jason? That's what I want to know.
Driving?
Yeah.
I'm trying to work on something for that.
He just drove from the hotel to the track.
He was at Magic Mountain on the go-karts last night practicing.
I've seen him try and get in and out of a Lamborghini before. It's not a quick thing. There's going to be no quick change.
Yeah, but I'm skinnier now, man. I'm like 25 pounds down. I can get in there.
Yeah, he got in and out of that Porsche back in March pretty quick. He was in and out.
Just like on his wedding night.
Wow.
See,
you know what? I want you to do a podcast live with Andrea there, so when you say shit, she slaps you.
I'm fine. I would be fine with that for the comedic factor alone. I honestly was just about to say I probably would have said that if she was on. I see Jason's Instagram stories he shares of his wife, and she's terrifying.
I'm just going to bring Martelle and Jason back to one dramatic moment on a pit wall in Indianapolis. I will burn this motherfucker down.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I mean, I'm not afraid of anybody on the face of this planet, but I know pain. I know pain will come. I'm not afraid of it. But I know it'll happen. I'm accepting of it.
Listen, I'll say this now. I am 270 pounds and 6'5", and I'm not arguing with the rocket.
No,
I'm not going to provoke it, but after so many years of taking Krav and then becoming an instructor in Krav, I've had women a third my size whoop me. So I'm not afraid of it anymore. I just know it's coming. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying she can't or won't. I'm just not afraid of the butt whooping I'm going to receive someday.
I've got a photo of the "I will burn this motherfucker down" moment because I took a picture because I thought that Jason and Andrea were just having a conversation, and then I heard what was happening, and my camera went down, and I walked away.
I was still a couple of yards away again.
That's why Jason shares so much of her Instagram stories. Yeah. He's terrified if he doesn't, what he has to face when he gets back home.
No, because he never does anything he never creates anything himself. It's just easy work. Andrea, share it. Just get it shared.
That's smart. Share from the race team, share from Andrea. Share from the race team, share from Andrea.
Yeah.
That's not true. He posted a very heartwarming, heartfelt video the other day. Yesterday.
Yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Yeah. Which tells
while he's driving.
Which also tells me that he was having a really shit day because he had to then give someone appreciation. So something went wrong yesterday.
He needed attention. He needed some affirmation.
Yeah.
Something happened yesterday, and Jason had a little vent, and then he was being nice.
Andrea yelled at him.
Yeah. No. I was talking to Andrea earlier, and I said I'm really happy to see you. The whole Daxon Gray thing is happening and things. So, for two reasons. Obviously, because it's what you want to be doing. For the second reason was it means that some of the work that we did 18 months ago hasn't gone to waste.
Yeah. Yeah. I wrestled around with that for a while, man, and it's finally starting to pull together. So
I wish you'd dress around with me for a while.
Right.
Nope.
Do you need extra shirt?
He's in work mode.
The Valkyrie one? Yours? Yeah, there's only a couple of. Sorry, hang on.
No, you're good.
There's only a couple left. Yeah, there.
I'm just happy to see that the Daxton Gray stuff is off the ground as well.
Yeah.
Like, it makes me real happy to see that happen.
Yeah, it was nice to finally get all that stuff out of there. So.
And seeing your name on a car is, I'm just like, oh, damn it. I need to be there. I need to be there. I need to document it.
We'll get to that.
See, you're happy to see his name on a car. I'm happy to see my name on a T-shirt.
Well, yeah, there's that too.
I'm just happy that somebody knows my name, even if it's my mom.
I'm not entirely sure what I did to get my name on the T-shirt, but I'm happy to see it.
But your name's there.
Yeah. So
you're supportive.
yeah.
That was all just. That was the crew, and then anyone who's been to a race, and anyone who's been supportive.
It's okay, Patrick. I went online and made a T-shirt with my own name on it before too. That's a good Mother's Day idea, actually. Should I give Mom a shirt with my name on it?
I don't have a mom.
Well, I mean, you do. She's just dead. We can lay it on her tombstone.
She doesn't have that either.
She don't have a tombstone. Oh yeah, she's cremated.
She's cremated.
All she is dust in the wind.
She's dust in my dad's casket.
This conversation got dark very quickly.
Well, tomorrow's Mother's Day.
Yeah. Happy Mother's Day, Martelle.
Happy Mother's Day, people. Happy Mother's Day to all the fathers out there.
To all the single dads out there who work so hard and need their own day twice a year.
Yeah, it's not Mother's Day here, so it's just Sunday.
Well, no, tomorrow, Sunday.
Well, yeah, England doesn't celebrate things like that. They celebrate, like, when
Real
we invaded
holidays?
Italy, and when we invaded Rome, and when we invaded America, and when we invaded China, and when we invaded Japan, and
bought slaves.
Lost them all.
We didn't lose them. We just get them back when we took everything we needed from them.
Except flavor in your food.
There's plenty of flavor in our food. Plenty of flavor.
All those Indian spices.
Exactly.
Dot Indians, not feather Indians.
No, the proper ones.
Now he's going so far back dogging on America, he's dissing Native Americans. He's like, yeah, we tried, figured out we don't like their corn, so we left.
It was maize.
It was maize.
In Indian Americans, which means it's another culture you just took from another nation.
Well,
yeah, I
think the proper term is Native Americans.
Yeah, exactly. And then you called them Indians because you thought they looked like.
I mean, I didn't call them anything.
I call them my ancestors.
Hang on, I'm making it.
No, you're good.
Hold on, somebody sent me.
Let's eavesdrop.
Yeah, I was going to say, he walked away, but his earbuds are still in.
No.
I want to hang with that guy.
John is the best. That dude.
I don't know who that is.
He is.
Nobody listening to this episode is going to see what we saw, but that was awesome. We got to start doing videos somehow.
He just peeked over and
gave us a salute.
He looks like the sort of person who would be very entertaining after a few beers.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Well, he looks like my gym owner, the guy that owns our gym,
but with hair.
Yeah.
I thought you owned a gym.
No, I don't own a gym.
Huh.
I'm the laziest motherfucker around.
That works out 5 days a week.
I just go to the gym 7 days a week or 6 days a week.
You're not the laziest person in this room, let alone around.
Well,
you go to the gym 7 days a week because you're married.
Well, there's that.
She goes too, though.
And she usually goes with me, but I'm also down like 13 pounds since April 3rd. I quit drinking like back in April, but now I'm back to it. Cheers.
Congratulations. I'm down about that as well.
Cheers, boys. Jason, I know you're having one right now. You look like you're bent over now, and I keep hearing an air compressor. Are you getting service?
I am.
I was saying, I'm starting to hear some skin flapping there too. Something's going on.
I know I'm pretty good for always having fucking ridiculous amount of sound effects in the background.
Oh, my favorite is still when you were working on the car, laying under the car, working on the car.
And had no clue people were in the room.
And people were in the garage.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was bold. It's good work. Right.
Oh, boy. All right, well, I probably got to get out of here because we're getting ready to roll.
I was going to say you got to be going soon, sure.
Hey, good luck. I'm gonna try to watch the race. Apparently, it's gonna be on emza.com/TV.
If you win, I want to see you somewhere on camera, rip your shirt off and rub your nipples. That's how I know you love me.
Wow.
I'll try. We'll try.
Before you hop off, how is Dom doing in the car?
Yeah. Really good.
Really good.
Dom Toretto, he's the best.
Everybody, Dom Toretto. Everybody kind of got screwed in qualifying for the red flag, but they're making some changes, and so they're going to be very competitive.
Okay, cool. Well, I'm going to try to have it on. I'm going to try to record the chit chat over the radio too, just so there's a copy of it somewhere.
Tell Paul Walker we said hi. Michelle Rodriguez. She's hot. So good luck. We hope you guys win, and don't wreck a Lamborghini.
Jesus.
I'm definitely not going to do that. So.
What? Is it bad to wish somebody good luck and to not wreck a Lamborghini?
You might as well just say break a leg.
Hey, break a leg. No, he can't break a leg. He's the boss now. He doesn't do anything. He's the boss and the newest sponsor for Just for Men, Touch of Grey.
Jesus. Hey, Jay, go and do some work.
Yeah. All right, Jay. We'll talk to you later.
Love you, George Clooney. Thanks for joining us.
See you, buddy.
See you, homie.
Later. What a good guy.
I hope they do so well today.
I do
too. I really want him to.
I want nothing more than to see French succeed.
To do good.
So I hope they do well.
I hope Patrick does well tonight too. Patrick
seems to be doing great tonight. It looks like he's got new headphones. I haven't seen those ones.
No, these are the old ones. I had to get them renewed because the earpieces fell to bits.
Oh, okay.
But they're better for. I'm doing loads of Zoom calls with CrossFit at the moment, so they're better for that.
Are you coming over for the games?
No, I'm one of the leads at semifinals.
Oh, okay.
So because of that, I've had to like phone calls about workouts, plans, and blah, all that stuff. So just making sure we're on point. But it's easier to do like Zoom and this sort of thing with these earphones than it is on wireless. So
yeah,
right.
I spent $5 replacing the earpads on my Beats.
Can't beat that. Oh, I made a pun and didn't mean to.
Can't beat that.
But
you're a poet and you know it.
Sometimes, occasionally.
Yeah.
So Martelle mentioned the last time we recorded, which has been 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's been 2 weeks ago.
We're shifting things. He wants to kind of do not scripted shows, but have a kind of a guide to go off of. And we're talking about doing things from like men, not solely just like a manly men's show, but what are some things in the UK that growing up are like quintessential coming to age manly things, like you're taught as a young boy, or sports you play, or drinking beer. Yeah, I know you guys start drinking beer at 3. We get it. You're alcoholics by 8. We know. You have annual festivals where you start drinking at 6 a.m., which I'm not against.
Mate, it's all right. It works. Sorry, I'm looking at my iPad trying to find IMSA TV.
He's on the race side. He's like, screw you guys.
Don't know.
But I mean, like here, it's like you get a pocket knife at a certain age, usually like a Swiss Army knife or something. BB gun. We know you guys are big into guns over there. Of course, yours are all cannons mounted on old wooden ships still, but
they got us a big empire. Don't know, to be honest.
Like, what were the?
It's like a rite of passage.
The 5 things that your dad taught you.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it, Martelle.
I mean, I can say what I want right now because he's not in the house. They're on holiday.
Are you not allowed to when he's in the house? Are you going to get grounded?
No. Well, yeah. I'm living back home. I know. I just have manners and be courteous. Yeah. So No, we don't really do. It's not something like a rite of passage your dad teaches you. It's just it's just things you learn.
Yeah. So what are like 4 or 5 things that you learned from your dad that kind of helped you as you grew up?
Things you still do today, or carry with
apply
you.
Today. Yeah. Like for example, one for me, my dad taught me from my grandpa. He taught him. He said, never start a fight, but finish every fight you're in. It's like, don't be the aggressor, but if somebody starts crap with you, no matter what, win or lose, make sure they know you were there.
Yeah. See, it's different with us because obviously, I used, because of playing rugby, like rugby's a physical sport. Physical. And there was always one that if you knew something was going to happen, you got your retaliation in first.
Yeah. There you go. Strike first.
Yeah, get it in. Make sure he knows. Yes, I mean, things like that. It's not. Yeah.
Did you do much like camping or anything growing up? Fishing, anything like that?
Well, camping. We've always done camping as a kid, from kids with parents and stuff like that.
It's caravanning.
We always used to do. We used caravanning as kids, and they're away in their caravan now. They got a small Winnebago.
There you go.
So that they're away now in that. It's just like we learned to drive at home on the yard out the back, whether it be moving cars, turning cars around.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, we lived in the pretty congested part of the city in my younger childhood, but Dad would let me sit on his lap and steer down the road, kind of thing.
Oh no, we did it on private property.
Yeah, no, we did it on public roads.
Ohio is as lawless as Italy, so.
Yeah,
I would like to say yes, but I don't know Italy well enough. But Ohio's pretty lawless. I mean,
most
things considered.
I started learning to drive at the age of 10.
Especially in the ghetto. Yeah, you were in small town Ohio.
I was in East Liverpool, and I would sit on my dad's lap and drive his truck.
I was in inner city Columbus.
Yeah,
it was probably about you'd steer it and they'd work the pedals.
And
they could always hit the brake. Like it's not like we were going 55, but
no, but it was through neighborhoods, and I think I took out a tree once.
Well, we did it in the back garden because obviously we've always had caravans, boats, trailers, things like that, and it was like learning to reverse a trailer, like stuff like that. We've always done at home. It was learned from an early age because we always had things to move around the garden, because we had garden tractors to do it as well. So you learn how to do that.
Yeah,
early age.
My grandpa's had bigger farms and stuff, so I got to drive some tractors when I was younger. But I can relate to that. Yeah.
Well, it's just stuff like that. Building a fire, because we've always had open fires and stuff like that.
Yeah, well, I mean, you have to in a house that was built in the 1400s. Which I will say,
1800s.
As I made a little joke there, I will say the houses built here the last couple hundred years are trash.
My house is trash.
Their houses last for hundreds of years. Stick built homes here with the crappy 2x4 lumber now, garbage.
It's not even 2x4. Do you see that they're actually
reduced in size?
They actually changed the size of a 2x4 again.
I didn't see they changed it again.
They knocked it, because it's 1 3/4 by
1.5.
1.5.
Yeah.
They actually knocked, you can get a 2x4
by something like that.
2x4, so 1 3/4 by 2 3/4.
There we go. Westfield House, 1905.
There you go.
Yeah, that's probably got true.
I was saying, look at that. The glass there and everything's beautiful.
Yeah, it's probably got true dimensional lumber in it too,
and better grain on that lumber instead of that rabbit grown crap.
Yeah, well, the door is probably one of the original features.
Yeah, that's a beautiful door.
Fucking that's
your house sucks, Martell.
I know.
I gotta go.
I can't wait to move
to England
when Harley gets out of school, and then I can sell this fucking place and move.
Sorry, this how old the door is. It actually has a bolt to bolt the door.
That's awesome.
I love it.
Yeah, no, there are houses here that are. One of the houses we lived in was built in the early 1900s. We rented it for a while. It had original brickwork and stuff. I love the old houses and the old features. My buddy and I rented a house back before Beth and I ever got together, and everything in it was old. The door locks, it had the old like big cast iron like lock mechanisms on it, and old doorknobs, and like it's just stuff you don't find anymore.
Yeah, see,
everything today is so cheap.
I think the house that I grew the fourth house I grew up in was built in like 1910.
Yeah,
and it was an old farmhouse, and then they had added on to it.
Right.
So it had like this huge add-on kitchen. Like the kitchen was the only add-on in the house, that and the upstairs portion. But it was, I mean, that part of the house, the original part of the house was stout.
Yeah,
and the new add-on portion was not.
Probably better than what's built now, though.
Yeah, it's better than now, but it wasn't. It didn't match quality of what was like. The floors were creaky, and it's like the original floors weren't creaky in that house.
No, they're solid wood. They're solid built.
Then and it had a dirt basement. It had a cellar.
Yep.
It didn't have.
One of the houses we rented had a dirt cellar basement thing with like a well in it. It wasn't usable anymore, but you could see the layout. And that's the cool thing about Circleville. Is so funny because there's so much trash there in dilapidated old places. But there are houses that are built.
What was it called? What's it called?
Circleville. It's a small town in Ohio.
Congratulations! You got a town in Ohio that's not named after somewhere in.
Oh no, it might be named after someplace else.
It's actually named because the original place of Circleville was an Indian site, Native American.
Indigenous people.
The indigenous people protected their encampment with a giant circle-shaped double mound, and beside that was a giant square one, and there was only one entrance in without having to like basically go up and down two, I'm going to say mountains. They weren't real mountains, but it was basically the way they fortified their encampment. So when Circleville was first made, the roads were on a circular pattern. Like if you look at my tattoo, I don't know like that is the original layout of Circleville.
That's the Dharma logo from Lost, from the TV show Lost.
I've never watched Lost.
Oh. Only a select few will get that then.
But a lot of the old houses, though.
I watched the first one where they crashed the plane.
Yeah.
Patrick's like, they all died.
Spoiler alert, they were all dead.
But there's a lot of houses there that were using the Underground Railroad. There's tunnels connecting them. A lot of the houses have the servants' stairs that lead down to the kitchen from upstairs, like the third floor. So there's some history there, but it's not old world history. My dad grew up living in Germany, England, and other places, so you got to see that old world history, go to real castles and things. So
we got castles in Ohio.
We have one in Circleville. It's just not really a castle.
The castles in Ohio aren't really castles either.
Yeah,
They're just big stone mansions.
They're big stone houses.
They're just 3,400, 4,000 square foot stone houses they call mansion or call castles.
And then rent out rooms.
And then they turn them into Airbnbs.
Yeah, pretty much. But no, it's just I just didn't know if there's anything that was like the quintessential, like a more British kind of coming to rights upbringing thing. I assume not much differs, but things do from
so like I went out and just found a list of like the top 10 skills, that every guy should know. So just to see to tie it into this. So
let's see if we gonna see which ones we know.
Tie a necktie.
I can do that.
Tie a tie. My dad.
Yeah, well, I had to wear one for school from the age of 5.
Yeah. So
I didn't for school, but I did for work for many years.
Yeah, but you don't wear your school uniform.
Some schools do. I actually kind of wish that most schools would go to a uniform.
I was going to say, my son goes to a private school, so he does.
Yeah. Wearing a uniform would cut back on a lot of bullying in schools.
It would curtail some of it, yeah. Here's the thing, though. Kids are going to bully no matter what. They're going to bully,
and there's a healthy amount of bullying that should and could happen. But making fun of somebody for what they wear because their parents can't afford clothes is not acceptable.
So when we had our first son, as Patrick...
You see, when people did that in our schools, if people mocked someone for, like, not being able to afford something, generally that person then lost their front teeth or they were knocked out.
Back in our day, that happened to you too. Not so much anymore, but as Patrick continues chopping up chives here, that's what it sounds like you're doing, chopping onions.
Clicking the pen.
Okay, that's fine. I was just like, what is he doing? But like we had our first son, we named him Huck, And Dad's like, kids are going to make fun of him. They're going to call him Huckleberry Hound and Huckleberry Finn. I was like, okay, first off, slow down. Nobody today growing up at my son's age knows who Huckleberry Hound is. They probably don't know who Huckleberry Finn is, although they should eventually.
That book's been banned.
And I said, secondly, Dad, you named me Randy, and in my whole life I got called fat. So it doesn't matter what you name a kid. If kids want to pick on somebody, they're going to pick on somebody for something.
Yeah.
So yeah, bullying's going to happen.
Bullying. And
I think the uniform does cut down on some of it.
Yeah. All right. So the next one is build a campfire.
Yep, we talked about that.
We talked about that already.
I mean, a fire, not a campfire, just say fire, because we had open log fires in the house.
Well,
yeah. So. I prefer an open log fire in the house if I can. We don't have a fireplace that works in our house.
I prefer just a fire in the middle of the room.
But a wood burning stove or
hang a picture.
Hang a picture?
Yeah.
That's one of the dumbest things I've ever heard on a top 10 list.
I got my Zippo
at the ready always. Zippo?
Yeah, my dual flame.
Zippo in one pocket, gun in the other. Could you be more American?
I mean, yeah.
That's not in your pocket, Randy. That was just tucked in a roll of fat.
Doesn't matter. It means you won't know where it's coming from.
Means you're going to take a while to find it.
Didn't take me too long that time, did it? It's taking me longer to put it back in my pocket.
Bit of wriggling, mate. I knew what was coming because I could see you wriggling.
I had to remember which roll I had the gun under and which one I had the peanut butter and jelly sandwich under.
All my weapons are in a safe.
Mine are all safe.
It's not in my pocket.
I only carry one weapon, and that's locked away in my pants.
It's Randy too.
I bet mine gets used more than yours does.
Wow. Shine your shoes.
I don't know. I don't know, mate, because you're talking about self-use as well. Mine gets used quite a lot.
Yeah. Well, if we're talking about that weapon to that weapon, I haven't seen mine in 4 years, so that's fair. All right, what's the next one? The build a fire one. Here's the thing. Have you built a fire with any form other than a lighter?
Yeah. I've used flint. Like a
What about you, Pat? Yeah. What about you, Patrick?
No.
No?
No, we're from a country that has lighters and gas and things like that.
We have that.
Yeah.
Here you can rent a U-Haul, get some manure, and blow up the Oklahoma State building. He's like, yeah, well.
Sounds like an average day in American cities. But
Yeah, for the most part.
That's why I try not to live in a big city.
I saw a meme the other day. It said, Americans, school of fish, and they were just shooting into the water.
Wait, I forgot about this, but about a month or two ago, there was a big knife attack in a UK school where somebody stabbed like 19 people. Wasn't there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I need to ask Patrick about that because I get the macabre joke about school shootings in America.
Yeah, there's one a week.
Oh, did we slow down? We've gotten better. That's news to me. But like, I mean, it's like if somebody wants to go psycho crazy, they're going to go psycho crazy whether they use a giant bomb or a knife or a gun or whatever. Guns are easy.
Or licorice.
Or licorice. Well, on the Heroes Listen podcast, they were talking about those Tylenol poisonings back in the early 80s.
Yeah.
And it's like, if somebody wants to do something on a big scale, they're going to find a way to do it, right?
Yeah.
Even in the UK, where guns are heavily restricted, this person killed or at least stabbed 19 kids. And I was just like, it still sucks no matter what it is, no matter what the tool used is.
I think he stabbed 19, but it was just 19 injuries rather than 19 deaths.
Well, right, but we had a shooting here in Texas that 17 were shot and there were 2 deaths, and the rest survived. I'm not making a this or that thing. I'm just saying it just sucks in general, no matter where you're at. Like mental health is an issue.
Yeah,
yeah, but
it's not. It's definitely not me trying to say, "Oh, America's doing fine. Guns are okay." Because
it's also it's like a range thing as well. If someone comes near you with a knife, they've got to be near enough to get you, which means you're near enough to get them as well. Whereas you can stand on the other side of a room with a gun.
Oh yeah. Well, back in the was it 70s or 80s, where the guy was in the tower.
unless you're in the UK and it's, hold on, let me load this gun.
For those of you listening, he was
Muzzle
imitating
loader.
a muzzle-loader black powder rifle.
Oh, that's good.
I shot 19 people. It only took me 4 hours.
just you wait there.
Yeah, right. Hey, isn't that how you guys lost the war? Just staying in the field loading guns?
That would involve me talking about history.
All right, what's next on our list?
Snake bite. Treat a snake bite.
Most people say suck out the venom, but I was told that doesn't work.
I was told to do that and then also put a tourniquet on above the snake bite.
Right, stop it from flowing anywhere else.
Yeah, we don't have snakes that are venomous.
Yeah, so you don't have that problem.
No.
This one that makes me laugh. Read a book.
What's that to do with the come to age as a man or growing up as a boy?
Well, like I said, these are 100 skills that every man should know.
Everybody
Okay.
should know how to read a book unless they have some kind of disability where
So
they struggle.
the next one
Well, you're American. That's a disability, isn't it?
yeah.
Yeah, it is, but I can still read a book. So I'm a step above Forrest Gump, but not quite Stephen Hawking.
Right. And my ADHD doesn't allow me to finish a book or a page.
And your dyslexia doesn't allow you to finish a sentence.
Right. Which is the worst. Survive a bear attack.
How?
We don't have bears in Ohio, so
We do. Actually, there was a bear found dead in Lancaster. It's hit on the freeway. Southern
Well,
Ohio.
no, exactly. You don't have them anymore.
we don't.
We had one.
We had one, and now
And we
don't.
killed it. America.
And now we don't. So perfect.
Bear's delicious,
Yeah.
though.
It's kind of greasy.
I had good bear.
I mean, it's good, but it's kind of it is a little tough and greasy.
Oh, it was ground up we
okay.
had burgers, bear burgers.
I had bear steaks.
And I've had bear jerky.
This one, every guy should know, but it's a wet shave. But I'm going to throw dry shave in as well. Dry shaving sucks.
Shaving sucks. Every guy should know that you don't have to shave.
You don't have to.
You can if you want to.
I mean, I don't.
I did this. I did this morning.
I don't. I haven't put a razor to my face, like an actual blade to my face, in probably 15 years.
Every couple of months, every couple of weeks.
I think mine was
27 days ago. Looking at you.
no, it's longer than that for sure. I really have
28
not
days.
legit not shaved anything off my face in probably since 2020. Probably.
Yeah.
I used to shave here a little bit, and I haven't even done that. It's just at this point, I'm just hey, work doesn't have anything against it. Beth don't have anything against it.
I'm doing a mustache and
I'm
doing
you had a great mustache going.
I did, and I had to shave it off because the damn puppy kept biting the mustache hairs and ripping them out.
You let that little fur ball dictate your man mane?
Dude, I got another mustache already.
Jeez.
It only takes 3 days to grow a mustache.
Because you're an American man.
That's right. With a gun in my pocket.
And a lighter in my hand.
All right, so the next
I think we just wrote a country lyric.
And looking like a paedophile.
But that's Randy.
Oh, I don't.
It's both sides of the screen now.
I don't think I look like a pedophile, but I definitely look like somebody kids should avoid.
I look like somebody everybody should avoid.
Nah, you're not that bad looking.
Let me fix that.
Take your hat off, you might be.
My hair is kind of gross.
Your hair's going away, man.
It's getting long.
Is it? Are you growing it out again? Heck yeah. You should have let it grow. Back when you had it long in COVID was great.
At this point, I'm going to let it grow out more. Well, one, the girl that does my hair went on a mission trip. She had to fucking save some kids or something. I don't know.
It's costing me haircuts.
And it's cost me 2 haircuts at least.
Can't even go to a different Great Clips.
I don't even go. No, I don't even fuck Great Clips. That goddamn place. So I'm just like, fuck it. I'll just let it grow out. No one's complaining in the house yet.
Who cares if they do?
I have to live with them, so I do.
I ignore people who live in my house. I just whatever.
I attempt to, but
Especially if they're down in the kilns in my little basement area. I'm like, go
yeah,
upstairs.
but that's where you live.
Pretty much.
You just go down there in your underwear and ignore everybody.
Yeah, I'm like a hobbit. A really fat one, but a hobbit nonetheless.
But predict the weather.
That's so dumb.
My trick knee is feeling it. I think it's going to rain later.
That's
The look on Patrick's face. Well, he's in the UK. It's going to rain.
yeah, it's gonna rain.
Did it rain today?
No.
It rained here today.
Did it rain yesterday?
Yes.
Is it going to rain tomorrow?
Probably.
I don't know. Hold on. Let me just predict the weather.
As he grabs his phone. Do a deadlift properly.
Done that, but I don't know that's something every man should have to know how to do.
To say, well, to pick things up properly, you probably should do a proper deadlift. Grill with charcoal, which is the best way to grill, in my opinion.
Charcoal or wood, yeah.
Yeah.
I prefer any kind of a not gas source.
Yeah, I'm trying to find... I want to get a charcoal grill that has a gas igniter.
Yeah, we've talked about that.
Yeah. Just so...
We just have a fire pit that we can throw whatever in and set the blades and the grill goes over top of it. And
throw a spiral football.
I can do that, but I don't know that that's something every man should always know how to do. I was taught that, but I grew up playing sports. Not football, but...
The sports
balls.
Hey, I'm going to say this now. I'm not from America and things like that. I can throw a spiral football.
You don't do you like to handle a pigskin?
Ooh, yeah.
What about sew a button? That I know how to do.
I feel like that's something fairly simplistic. That's like reading a book. Like, if you can't sew a button properly...
There are people that have no idea how to sew a button properly.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, most of them lick windows.
I was going to say they are all on a very short bus.
Well, hey, whatever. Find potable water.
That is a skill that could definitely come in handy in different situations.
Find what?
Potable water, drinkable water.
Oh yeah.
Or know how to make water drinkable.
Well, that's fairly simple, but
if you have fire, it's simple. What if you don't have fire?
I'm in the UK. I'm in the UK. That it's easy.
You just bend over and open your mouth. That water may not even be potable.
Not these days. Geez.
I mean, with all the pollution coming from China.
Yeah, we're a bit further away than you.
Depends on which direction you go.
Depends on where you're at. I think we're closer to each other than I'm closer to China.
Possibly, but I'm still further away than China than you are.
All right, I'm curious.
Randy's got to look it up. I'm curious about that as well.
I'm just going to do Google Maps.
I would say we're closer in Ohio to England than we're closer to China if we head west and go to China.
So the closest England, UK to China, it started pulling up and says can't find a way there. You might have to do it on your laptop.
Google Maps, here they come.
My phone was like, nope, you're not going from China to the UK.
So
I was just trying to look up England to China. That's it.
Yeah, that's all I'm going to do. So we'll go England to China.
Oh yeah, we're only 4,800.
We've got to be farther than that from China. Now, if you're talking like Hawaii's closer, but here in Ohio,
it does give me it is giving me an issue. But it'll take you 131 days to walk there.
That's what my phone said. Give me no drive or fly time, but 130 days to walk.
Yeah.
The hell America to China is 7,000. Oh, I'm closer. Yeah, 7,200.
Yeah.
And that's America to China. That's not even counting Ohio, because we're kind of on the opposite side.
It's the middle of America.
All I know is I was told when I was younger if I dug long enough, I'd dig a hole straight to China. So we've got to be opposite ends of the planet. That's science.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we're also told the same.
Oh, well, you were lied to. You guys are on the same side of the Atlantic. You can't be on opposite sides of the world.
Just looking at the
this
map
is what
itself,
we've come to. We're trying to see who's closer to China.
It's fine.
So dumb.
It's fine. But just looking at the map, from Ohio to China, the distance is at least 3 times the amount as from China to the UK. I think he's listening to some K-pop.
No, I was looking at the Daxon Gray.
The Daxon Gray photo or T-shirt video.
Mikey Norta just
did he reshare
made a
it?
comment. Yeah, he commented.
I have notifications turned off. I got to see Mikey back in March. He's doing pretty good.
He's a good dude.
He's a
really
good
good dude.
He is. All right. We're at an hour.
Is the list done? Yeah. Was that it?
No, that's not it. I mean, there's
just knock it out real quick.
Well, I don't.
Oh, it's 100.
It's 100. I don't want to go through all 100. We're only at 25, which is breaking down a door.
That could come in handy. See, some of these are more useful than reading a book.
Yeah.
Reading a book was a dumb one.
The next one after that is take the perfect photo, and there's no such thing as the perfect photo.
I don't care if there is or not. That's stupid. That doesn't. That's not something every man should know.
Sharpen a knife.
That's a good one.
Change a diaper.
That could come in handy.
No need.
Navigate with a map and compass.
Definitely handy.
Definitely handy.
Done it.
Unclog Randy's toilets.
Good luck.
Don't want to.
Yeah.
Don't blame you. I don't either.
Shake hands. You fucking what?
No, fist bumps these days.
No. Shake hands, because some people shake hands. It's just like grabbing a piece of wet lettuce.
Yeah.
Yes.
Give me a firm handshake.
Give me a fist bump. I don't want to shake your hand. You done been handling your junk with that when you peed and ate your pigskin sandwich.
I don't want to touch your fist. I don't know where that's been either.
It could have been up someone's ass.
Yeah, but you're touching with the outside of your hand versus the inside.
That could have been up someone's
ass. That you used to grab your food.
Whoop. Just
but again,
readings.
That's in the outside of your hand, not the inside. Where, like, if you eat a sandwich, what part are you touching? You're using the inside of your hands.
Germs move. Nope.
They travel.
Let's just do elbows.
Let's just
go back to COVID
let's
elbows.
Do the nod.
I'm just not touching any humans.
Yeah,
I'm currently not touching any humans anyway.
Yeah, we know.
I'm
sorry.
I'm married. Shuffle cards.
That's, cool, but it's not.
Properly pour a beer. There we go. Patrick got excited for that one.
Properly pour a beer is just turn the can over.
We learned that no Philistine.
But I will say I hate head on a beer. I do not like a foamy head on a beer.
I do not hate head.
I love head, not on my beer. I know Patrick he's like, I'm out. That's okay. We're going to end the show anyway.
He's not out because he would have hung up. He's going to show us how to pour a beer. That's what's about to happen. I guarantee it. He's got to show us how to properly pour a beer the British way.
Which is fine. Open a bottle without an opener.
Yeah, I can do that.
He's back. He had to take a breath. We thought you were getting a beer in a glass. Oh, he did.
I told you he's going to show us how to pour beer because he's British and has to prove he's better than us. You know what?
I don't need to prove I'm better than you. I already know I am.
You know what we can do better than you? Pour tea into the harbor.
So you're doing the exact same thing that I do.
Yeah, that's pretty common.
So
actually,
far.
That's you got to know when to tilt the glass.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't consider that a head.
It's just enough.
Yeah.
That's fine. I'm talking about those assholes that just
dump it in.
Well, they don't dump it in. They start at the same thing, and then at some point they turn the can over.
Which, if you go to certain, like Guinness teaches you to pour their beers a certain way, so it does have a certain amount of head.
Yeah, but they're also nitrogen beer.
But no, just the regular Guinness.
Yeah, that's nitrogen.
Proper Guinness.
They don't use CO2.
Guinness.
They don't use CO2.
Oh, yeah, well, okay, I don't know the difference between nitrogen and CO2 and all that.
CO2 creates fizz. Nitrogen is more flat.
All beer is beer.
No, it's not.
It's beer. They're all Bud Lights.
No, they're definitely not all Bud Lights at this point.
So the Bud Light controversy that happened, I'm sure you saw it, Patrick.
Their sales are down.
Their sales are way down, and then they tried to reverse, so they done pissed off all the idiots, the right-wing idiots, and then they tried to reverse and pissed off all the LGBTQTR idiots. So they just pissed off everybody.
They pissed off.
And then I came home the other night, and one of our neighbors was standing outside. Great dude, hard construction worker, concrete guy, blue-collar American. And we got home from one of the boys' baseball games. He's like, time for a cold one. and he's standing there next to a Ford F-250 diesel with his black friend, and he's drinking a Bud Light. And I had about 47 jokes pop into my head that I just wanted to spout off right there. And I was like,
You should
"Yep, have a good one."
You should have just went straight letter Kenny on him.
Oh, dude, I about did. Just the irony of
sales of Bud Light should have gone down a long time ago because it's terrible.
It's terrible.
Agreed.
It's not. I haven't drank
But it's
Bud
cheap.
Light since college.
I didn't even drink it in college. I've had Bud Light here and there, but I can't remember exactly when.
I'll drink PBR.
Oh yeah,
before I drink.
I would drink a PBR for that.
Oh god, yeah. PBR is what I grew up
In
on.
college, we drank Coors Light. My roommate drank Natty Light, and I was like, "Natty's disgusting. At least drink Coors Light."
Bush, Natty, no. Coors, Miller, and PBRs.
Yeah, I'd be fine with any of those.
There's a bar in Wisconsin, in Madison, Wisconsin, that we went to the week before the games. One of my games team is from Madison, so he took us there, and the bar is called Wando's, and on a Wednesday night you can get a beer for $1.25, and they give you a tray of bacon.
Ooh.
Okay, the beer at $1.25 is not uncommon around here, but the tray of bacon sets it off. You got me there.
And I was like, do I have to leave?
Do I have to go home? When does this place close? November?
It's not like Hawaii where they give you a pineapple when you show up and then a pineapple to tell you to leave. The bacon wasn't to tell you to leave. They want you to stay.
Dude. No, they were just giving you overly salty bacon to dehydrate you, to make you drink more.
Yeah.
Well, it's great marketing, but...
And bacon's cheap.
Yeah.
Bacon. On my end, I'm also going, I know what you're doing, but bacon.
Bacon.
Crispy bacon.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. We're British. We don't really do like crisped up. Like our bacon is like thin slabs of gammon.
Yeah.
It's round and basically ham.
It's a steak.
It's Canadian
You
bacon.
got a pork chop.
No, it's Danish bacon. Oh,
From goats.
I love Danishes.
It's goat bacon.
No, I've never heard of a bar just giving out bacon, which like the buck of beer night is not uncommon around dive bars even here in Ohio. But
Buck 20. It's college. Mate, it's a college town. Wednesday nights.
Yeah.
Students are there.
So you were in Madison then?
Yeah, we're in Madison. So yeah, $1.25 for large cans of PBR.
Yeah,
you can get a lot of that in around Columbus too, because college town. I mean, there's no other sport. There's the Columbus Crew that won once in what was it, 2018?
I have no idea.
They won the national championship, but
I don't follow foosball.
Yeah, I tried. We got the Columbus Blue Jackets. They're garbage. I think they made.
We
the
have a
playoffs
professional
like
women's volleyball team now.
We do.
Yep.
Okay, so there's that, but it's a college town. Like when people hear Columbus, Ohio, sports wise,
we got the suck eyes.
you call them what you want. It is what it is. It's a college town.
Yeah.
Bars everywhere, cheap beer, live music. There's a lot of good live music and musicians that came out of Columbus and surrounding, but
people come out of a town because there's a reason they come out of the town and leave it.
Yeah, which is why I'm trying to get the hell out of Ohio. It sucks.
You don't even live in a town. You live in a township.
I live in a township. It's almost like a shire.
Yeah, people leave a town because they grew up in a place that built them up and developed them, and you said the shire.
He shook his head. It's not a village. I live outside of a village in a rural area.
You have a thatched roof hut out here.
I live in Bloom Township Shire.
So if it's smaller than a town, smaller than a village, is there any possibility you live in a hamlet?
I could live in a hamlet. Bloom Hamlet.
He wrote stories.
Uh,
A hamlet or a small holding?
It's not a
Small holding?
It's not a small holding.
That's my bank account.
I don't live in a town. And the closest town that my address is associated to is actually a village.
Yeah, it is.
It's the village of Carroll.
And you're not too far from the village of Lithopolis.
Literally, like 3-4 houses, just like vaguely together.
No, he's on a country road.
I'm on a rural country road.
But each house has 5+ acres.
Yeah, so we all have 5 acres.
So it's kind of spaced out.
So in the UK, that could be classed as a small holding.
Yeah.
Well, you live in a small holding.
I am a small.
You live in the middle of buttfuck nowhere.
No, I don't live in the middle of buttfuck nowhere.
Yeah, not quite.
Not quite buttfuck nowhere, because I'm 10 minutes from Lancaster, which is
20 minutes from Columbus.
Which is a slightly larger. And it's not a metropolis. It's a city.
It's a city.
It's a city, but
I mean, you're talking. What's Lancaster got? 30, 50,000 people,
probably. And then I'm 20 minutes outside of Columbus. There is much further BFE than where I am.
Sure. He's far enough away you could go out back and take a piss and shoot a gun and not get in trouble.
Yeah,
but not so close that
ride dirt bikes without
ride dirt bikes all day long
for fucking 5 hours a day.
Patrick's looking up like Columbus, Ohio, Lancaster, Ohio.
I'm in Carroll.
No,
if you want to look up where Carroll is, if that's what you're
not in Carroll.
Well,
your address.
My address is Carroll. I'm in Bloom Township.
And Carroll's a small little town.
It's a village.
Yeah,
I was just over there taking photos today at a car show. Let's see, we can keep. I mean, we can go as long as we want.
Yeah,
because we run this shit.
We do what we want.
Skipper a boat. Have you guys ever skippered a boat?
I have.
Yes.
I have paddled a boat.
Well, paddling a canoe was one of the, and I skipped over that one.
I've paddled a canoe, a kayak. I've done the paddle boat where you bicycle, paddle and steer. I have driven. I grew up with the grandpa that had a boat that I got to drive. But I haven't skippered like a sailboat.
He's on about sailing. Skippering about sailing.
Yeah, so
no, I have. Well, of course you have. You guys don't believe in engines.
Let's say 6, 7, 8, 9. So for
we're
8 years,
like refinements.
8 years every summer, I went to a waterfront church camp where I sailed a boat, skippered a little sunfish boat every day for a week.
Like legit,
several
raise
times.
the sail and
raise
adjust
the sails
them.
up the mast, get the rudder.
Oh, I know you went up the mast when you were a kid.
Yeah, I took it up the mast as a kid. But then when Liz and I went on our honeymoon, I wanted to get another sunfish. They're just small little sailboats. They're called sunfish. They're like 2-3 people's little tiny sailboats. And they had them in St. Lucia, and I wanted to take one out. And they're like, well, we don't have any more sunfish left. You can take out this catamaran. So they gave me something twice the size that I was
going to say, those are pretty good.
I was not accustomed to, but he's like, do you need lessons or anything like that? I'm like, I don't know. I've done a sunfish. Like, I've spent years every summer, or days every summer doing hours in a sunfish. He's like, yo, you'll be fine. So we go out in the ocean, and there's diver buoys. So you know what a diver buoy is?
Yeah.
It's where, it's where a diver has, they set a buoy out. It's brightly colored, so you know that there's someone diving there. I'm 50 yards off this buoy. And this dude pops up out of nowhere, which he was way out of range. He should have been closer to the buoy than where they were. Pops up and damn near gets hit by one of the pontoons.
Oh, that's his fault.
It was. But damn near gets hit by one of the pontoons. And this is like, okay, you can... She goes, that just freaked me the fuck out. You can take me in.
Yeah, I never sailed a sunfish. Never heard of that. Definitely, I've heard of a catamaran and seen pictures. Never been on one of those, but... I have spent a lot of time playing with a dinghy.
Your dinghy?
Yeah. Many summers playing with my dinghy growing up.
I've sailed choppers, enterprises, catamarans. We owned 2 cats.
Nice.
2 catamarans.
It was fun.
I sailed a 16-foot catamaran.
Well, that's one of those things that I think every boy has to learn in England because... You guys are just surrounded by water. It's like that's one of those rite of passage things I was talking about. Like that's different than growing up in Ohio.
One of my best mates is just he basically has sorted it now. So his business runs itself. He does all his sales by the internet, and he has someone here dealing with postage and packaging and whatever distribution stuff. And he's just decided to say fuck it and quit. He quit basically living here and is sailing around the world.
Oh, nice. I would love to live in the dream.
He's going to sail around the world.
I've told Liz,
you lucky bastard.
I told Liz, I said when we're done, we retire, we're moving to an island. Like it doesn't have to be like after Harley moves. Harley graduates high school, whatever. I want to go down south, like South Carolina, Florida, Texas. Texas isn't South, really. Texas is Texas. But I want to go. south
I hear
of where
you
I'm
can
at.
get some really. I hear you can get some really nice cheap property in Haiti.
I would take
There you go.
I would take all of my machine guns from America down to Haiti.
I hear Port-au-Prince is a lovely place.
I would.
It's great this time of year.
You guys should join me, and we'll start our own little gang down there. We'll start taking over.
I got to get that security shirt.
Yeah, but I want to move to like just a small island somewhere, like maybe
I
off
ain't,
the
go,
course
I
of
ain't moving down there with you and Patrick. You guys will just hide behind me.
I ain't being funny, man. I'm going to say this now. I've lived on a small island.
You live on a small island. You still live on a small island. Small
I
island.
know. I've lived on a very small island.
Well, Iceland as well. Yes.
No, I lived in Bermuda.
You lived in Bermuda?
Oh, nice. I didn't know that.
I lived in Bermuda for 6 months.
Yeah, you went stir crazy, didn't you?
Fucking terrible.
I'm just gonna get Epstein's Island.
There you go.
I'm Italy. I mean, you can get it cheap.
Well, actually,
You know the kids aren't still there, right?
yeah, I'm well aware. Okay. Thank God they're not there. But the island just sold.
Oh, did it?
It sold for $30 million.
Jeez.
And
$30 million to have your own island.
Well, the developer bought it, and they're making it
They're
a
going to
resort.
make it. Yeah.
They're turning it
I did
into a
hear
resort.
something about that.
Yeah, they bought it for $30 million. They're going to turn it into a resort because they bulldozed the house and all the
Right.
buildings and everything at this point. So nothing's I mean, I don't think any of that shit would have been salvageable anyway. So they're bulldozing and they're going to make it a resort island.
I want to move to PP Island.
You were on PP Island. It's called Ohio. It's the heart of it all. Fucking hate this place.
You do. You hate this place so much it makes me laugh.
I hate this place so much. I'm ready to go.
You've been ready to go for your entire life.
Pretty much. Let's see. Shoot a bow and arrow. You know how to shoot a bow and arrow, Patrick?
Yep.
I was actually going to do that earlier today and did not get out my bow.
Can you shoot a recurve bow?
That's all I have.
Patrick, recurve?
I can shoot a longbow.
Oh, yeah.
Same thing.
Recurve, yeah, same thing.
I mean,
Yeah.
Not a compound. I've shot.
not a
I shoot-
compound, not the same thing.
I shot
But,
a longbow. I shot a compound bow as well.
Yeah, same.
yeah, I want a compound.
And crossbow.
bow. I have a
I shot
crossbow.
I shot a crossbow as well.
See how your face just lit up when you said I shot a crossbow? Imagine that, but with an AR-15. It's a million times better.
Dude, I nearly shot one of my friends. Apparently, I nearly shot one of his neighbours when I was down there.
Okay, let's not give Patrick any more guns.
Drive a stick shift.
Yeah,
Lexi is going to learn to drive a stick.
both my boys are for sure.
Here in the U.S., Patrick, a stick shift is an anti-theft deterrent.
There was a dealership 2 years. Well, during COVID, there was an article went out. A dealership refuses to service any manual transmission vehicle because none of their mechanics,
Could drive it.
licensed mechanics, knew how to drive a stick shift. None of them on the entire lot.
Everyone, basically in the UK, everyone will pass their test in a manual transmission car.
They should. My first
should.
car was manual.
Yeah, I learned to drive a 1983 Honda Civic 3-speed without power steering.
My first car was a 92 Tercel 5-speed. Beth's first car was an 87 Golf 5-speed with the weird reverse. You got to push down and...
Well, that's a German thing. You had to push down
Right.
and go
That's
up.
that's a German. They still do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, but it's gross. But yeah, so we both, like, our first vehicles were manuals.
Let's see.
I mean, I literally drove manuals up until about 12 months ago.
Yeah, that's when the supercars stopped making manual cars.
Yeah. And now that you see like Motor Junkie and Road and Track putting out articles like the top 5 manual transmissions offered in 2024. Like there's so few of them, it's making headlines.
It's still Volkswagen, BMW, Porsche, and
No, a lot of it's Hyundai and Kia, man. They're taking over a lot of that market.
Dude,
fuck them.
I don't think Porsche make a manual anymore.
I don't think they do. It's all
No, they don't.
Everything's Tiptronic.
yeah.
They do everything Tiptronic. BMW still makes a proper manual.
Yeah.
it's very few. The new Corvette's not. You can't
No.
get that in a manual.
Nah, fuck that thing anyway.
But they're not nice cars.
They're not. They're garbage. Me and a buddy were talking last night, and he's like,
Whether they're garbage or not, I'm just talking something that historically has
know.
been offered in a manual is not any longer.
I know. But me and a buddy of mine were talking last night because he's got this crazy 800 horsepower Mustang that he can't get to hook up at national trails.
Shocker.
So and
yeah, but you can't. They're great in a straight line. You can't drive around a corner.
well, no, that's what I'm saying. Like,
they drive around corners all the time. They go straight into the crowds.
Yeah, they just go right into the wall. But the thing is, it's on a stock suspension.
He probably got those skinny wheels on it.
No, he's using radial slicks.
Yeah, but those wheels are way thinner.
I mean, he's got proper 20-inch wide fucking tires on this thing. I mean,
I'll say stock. Those wheels are skinnier than the Camaros.
Stock suspension. The thing makes 800 fucking wheel horsepower. It's stupid. It's a fucking turbo Mustang, but he can't get it to hook, and it's running 12s, and he can't get it. He's spinning through 1, 2, and 3, and he's spinning off the line. I'm like, well, then start in second gear. He's like, I didn't think about that. I'm like, just fuck it. If you can start in second gear, I said, fuck first gear. Just start in second gear and go after it. I said to eliminate your wheel spin, but you need to get a proper suspension so you can get that thing to actually hook. Yeah,
it doesn't matter how much power you make if you can't put it down.
Right. So
you can have 2,000 horsepower if you're just spinning tires. You're not fast.
Right.
Would that be funny if he's just spinning it up in first because he can't drive?
Well, there's that too. I mean,
that's part of it. But 800 horsepower in a Mustang. I mean, that's
talking
not a
about
very heavy car.
No,
he's just revving it too high off the line.
Well, that's what I said. I said, what are you starting at? Like, do you have launch control on this thing? He's like, no launch control. I'm like, where do you?
Is it an auto?
No, it's a manual.
Okay, so is he just?
But you can still do launch control on. I know,
but so he must be dumping the clutch then.
He's
revving high, dumping the clutch, spinning them.
He's the RPMs. I think he's starting over 3,000. I'm like, bring it down.
Yeah.
I said you're way too high for as much power as this fucking thing has. You need to bring down your RPMs.
Get rolling, then get on.
I said bring it down to like 2,700. I said slip the clutch, go, and then fucking hammer down once you get rolling. He's like, I'll still go through, still spin tire on second gear. I'm like, it doesn't matter. At that point, you can let off, hook up, and go. I said, and it only takes a quick blip of the throttle to fucking hook up. Like, you just...
I mean, my uncle's running...
But start in second gear.
My uncle's running probably...
Do the same thing.
He's got a 71 Hemi Cuda. The engine, he found out, was out of one of Richard Petty's NASCAR cars from back in the day.
Yeah.
It's a carbureted engine. He's running 9-second quarter miles with about that horsepower. Like Patrick said, it's a lot of... You said about the setup, I agree. Mm-hmm. Like Patrick said, it's a lot about the driver, too.
It is about the driver. It's more about the driver than it is the car.
My uncle's not putting down 2,000, 3,000 horsepower to this old carbed Hemi from the 60s and 70s. But he's running 9-second quarter miles with it.
I think Patrick's listening to ocean sounds. Or has a white noise generator on. That's whale noise.
Oh.
Somebody cooking.
Patrick's getting hungry. All right, what else are we doing?
I've had a feast today.
Let's see.
I have not. I've had one sandwich today.
Because we talked about bacon. Number 85 is cooked bacon.
Yeah. If you can't cook bacon,
you guys cremate it.
No.
Some Americans do.
Some Americans do. I do not.
I'm with you on that, Patrick. Some people way overcook bacon. I agree.
I do bacon 3 different ways. I will do it if I need bacon quickly. I will do it in the broiler in the oven. Turn the broiler on, and I will broil it, and within 5 minutes, the bacon's done. It's not overly crispy. It's not super chewy, but it's done. If I'm doing breakfast on the griddle, bacon goes on the griddle, comes off perfect every time. Or I will pan fry bacon, which I hate doing because, one, it splatters everywhere, makes a fucking mess, and you burn the shit out of your hands.
It does, but...
Put the bacon in the pan, then turn the cooker on, bring the pan up from cold to hot, bacon done.
Well, that's what I do, but the problem is when you add the new bacon to the pan...
You use cast iron, Patrick?
You just put enough bacon in the pan to start with.
Oh, I can't fit.
How big is your pan?
Yeah, how big is your fucking pan?
You got over the wood fire?
Like
you got a cauldron?
My cast iron griddle or my cast iron pan is only like a 10-inch or 12-inch pan.
Yeah.
I can't get a whole thing of bacon in that.
Patrick's got one of those like Chinese wok looking over the open fire 36-inch pan.
That's why I use my griddle.
He's like, you idiots.
I just have multiple pans.
No, I don't. No, that's too much
He's
work.
got 4 burners going with pans.
That's way too much work for me. I'm one pan. Shit goes into one pan. Let's see. We got shoot a gun. Pew pew.
We know what happens when Patrick does that.
Make a toast. Birds fall out of the sky.
Yeah, birds and people.
And people.
Make what?
Make a toast. Not make toast.
Make a toast?
A toast. Like, da-da, and, cheers and hurrah.
Okay. That makes sense because make a toast, and I was thinking you put the bread in the toaster.
You put one slice of toast in. Make a toast.
Make a toast.
Jumpstart a car.
Yeah, that's useful.
That's useful. Tie a tourniquet. Brew the perfect cup of coffee, there's no such thing, which I'm close. I found that if you add...
You just said there's no such thing, so you can't be close.
But for me, if you add a pinch of salt to coffee...
Oh, yeah. That's old school.
It eliminates
Just
the bitterness.
Yeah, just a very little bit.
Yep, you don't need a ton. It actually... I was surprised.
You never heard that before?
No.
Oh, I've been doing that for years.
Or you just get good coffee.
Well, I have good coffee.
Okay, first
Dunkin'
off...
Donuts.
That's not an option for all of us.
Yeah, Starbucks is awful
I can't
coffee.
afford that a jungle cat
Civet
cracked
coffee.
this out, and I ground it up and
Yeah, Civet coffee.
paid
I was gonna say,
$947 for it.
I was going to say, I have a coffee grinder.
I do too. We grind our own coffee beans.
I don't.
Just get good coffee.
Dunkin' Donuts is really good.
Dunkin' is pretty good. Honestly, for like a name brand
For
coffee.
name and brand, you just
it's
go into
really
the store
good.
and buy a bag of ground coffee. It's good shit.
One of the most surprising places you can buy coffee beans that's actually decent coffee beans, IKEA.
That's because it's Swedish.
I can see that.
Although, the closest IKEA to me is an hour and a half away.
Yeah, it's not
It's not
convenient. I bet you could order it online, though.
Maybe not then.
Patrick can just drive to the original IKEA.
Yeah, he can just...
in like 12 minutes.
No, when I used to live in Norway, there was an IKEA across the road from where I worked. So,
Oh, well, see, that's convenient.
It's funny, there's an IKEA
In
I was
Norway?
in
in
Scandinavia.
Norway.
I was in Scandinavia, so
He just had to sell his dinghy across the road.
Yeah. And then,
coffee.
so the last one is make a fire without matches, which you
that's
asked.
kind of what we talked about,
We
yeah.
talked about that already.
I had to make a fire using a freaking Folgers coffee can and Mylar and tinder.
We had to do it with tinder and a
give me that.
magnifying glass.
magnifying glass.
Yep.
Yeah, we didn't have a magnifying glass laying in the middle of the desert, unfortunately.
Well,
I wish we did.
You're supposed to bring it with you.
Just have it in your back pocket at all times.
In Cub Scouts, Boy Scouts, we had to make a fire with they gave us everything but matches. So you had tinder, we had like little pieces of cloth.
Oh, you still handed everything though.
Well, they was to get you had to start a fire, and they were like, you can build a bow, and the bow style, where you can try doing it.
Bow drill.
It was either bow drill or magnifying glass was the options, but they gave you the tinder and a piece of cloth to try to get a fire going.
Yeah.
And I was able to do it with some dry grass because they had just mowed the field.
Well, that was convenient.
And that was super convenient for me.
I'm surviving.
Boom, done.
I can't make a fire with the tinder I've got.
Why are you showing us the Grinder app?
Don't knock it till you try it.
It goes well with your Bud Light.
It's all right.
Ooh, swipe
That's
right.
good.
Yeah, swipe whichever way's good.
Whichever way is good. Left, right.
I've never been on those apps.
Those apps came out after I was married.
Oh, long after. Well, yeah, we got married the same year.
Yeah. Oh, parkour was on the list.
That's stupid.
It's not on the list. I'm kidding.
Oh. I was like,
It's
you can either do
it's
that
the
or you
ultimate
can't.
list of hobbies, 75 ideas for your free time.
Who has free time?
Reading, ham radio, playing the guitar, ballroom dancing, and then parkour.
So podcasting's not on that list.
And then woodworking.
Oh, okay.
Woodworking, gardening, canoeing, and kayaking should all come before parkour.
Everything should come before parkour.
Classic car restoration, lockpicking, barbecuing, metalworking, marksmanship should all come before parkour. Collecting, singing, camping, backpacking, ship in a bottle, chandlery, chandlery, candle making,
Okay.
weightlifting, working out, hunting, whittling, and geocaching should all come before
Those are
parkour.
all after parkour?
Yes. Bottle building, gold prospecting,
Bottle building?
bodybuilding.
Oh, okay.
Model building.
Okay,
Building a model.
yes, I get it now.
Gold prospecting, leatherworking, bowling, archery, survival and prepping, letter writing, martial arts, knife and tomahawk throwing should all come before parkour. Parkour should be the very last thing on this list.
Knife throwing and axe throwing and that sort of thing should definitely become before parkour, because when you see someone doing parkour,
You throw a knife at them.
You throw an axe.
And then-
throw an axe.
New sport. I would watch that league.
And then you go to jail for attacking somebody
Not if it's a sport.
as a terrorist.
They sign up to do it. They sign a waiver.
Humans, the ultimate game.
Humans, the ultimate game.
Axe throwing is a really big deal. This is just axe throwing extreme.
Yeah.
Right.
There was the world axe throwing competitions was on ESPN the other day.
That's
last
awesome.
weekend.
ESPN 8,
Oh,
Yocho.
There's still the axe. There's axe and they do the games of like chopping wood.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the timber games.
The
The timber games. It's wild.
yeah.
So good.
But they had
I'm with you. I watch that every time it's on. It's something I would never think about, but if I'm flipping through the channels and it's on, I watch it. I'm like, oh, this is what I'm doing this afternoon.
yeah, it's called WACTA, World Axe Throwing Competition.
Whacked it on.
WACTA on,
off.
WACTA off. That was the first thing that came to my mind when I saw that. And I made Liz watch it by putting it on and then setting the remote on the other side of the room. So she had to go, if she wanted to change channel, she had to go get up and get it. And then we just sat. Well, I left the room for 30 minutes. I came back. It was still on.
That's awesome.
Jesus, you're a hopeless romantic, aren't you?
Aren't I? I am the best. I'm like, you can change it to whatever you want. Remote's over there. And then I left.
See, I've got an app on my phone I can pull up and just change the channel.
She does too. It's called
Randy,
Apple TV.
Randy, you should turn that off and start getting off your ass and walk into the TV. Go on.
There's no buttons on our TVs here. We're too
old
advanced,
school.
Patrick. Sorry you still have knobs on yours and have to tune in the rabbit ears, but there's no buttons on our
I
TV.
miss those days. Of
I've still
VHF
got
and
the old wood TV.
No, I had a TV older than that. It just had the UHF and VHF.
Oh yeah, I did too.
You have to
But I'm
turn
saying
the
I
dials.
still have a working wood console TV with my original Nintendo from when I was a kid.
Just because that's the only way the original Nintendo will work.
Yes. Well, you can play it on new ones, but not with the gun. You can hook up to a new TV.
Yeah. But you can't play Duck Hunt.
But you
That's
can't
the only
play
thing
Duck
worth
Hunt.
doing.
Excite Bike, Paperboy.
I can do all that on my Switch.
I bought a couple of years back. I bought the new Nintendo Mini.
Oh,
So it had
okay, yeah.
So it had the original controller.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got all the games loaded on it and everything.
I bought it for Super Mario Brothers. That's it.
Yeah, I have a Switch.
See, Patrick, I've got to get up and hit the reset button every time it freezes. So I don't want to hear it anymore. Yeah. I've got to do the whole jiggle the cartridge, blow in it.
You can have a long stick and you can just poke it.
Just sit there with the old broom handle.
Yeah.
Just boop.
He just turns it off and goes away.
Yeah, you're right. It does.
I have a Nintendo Switch and I have access to all of the old NES
I think it was 29. It was before COVID, so probably New Year's 2019. We had my in-laws over, and my niece, who was 9 or 10 at the time, was asking about the Nintendo. And I was like, if you can get that working, I'll give you $50. And it was like 45 minutes of her trying to figure out.
She's like,
well, she didn't even know how the cartridge went in at first. She got that, and then she was trying to turn on. Dude, it was hilarious. Which, granted, I mean, it's like if somebody told me, have you seen how hard it is to start and drive a Model A? Granted, I would not be able to do that had I not seen a YouTube video about it. But it was still funny to watch a younger generation.
the front end crank that has to happen.
Well, not only that, then you've got 3 pedals, but it's not a manual. The one pedal's just for reverse.
Don't step on it.
Right. So anyway, we wrapping this one up?
I don't know.
You're making a pour. We can keep going, or we can do another, or whatever.
Doesn't matter to me.
Well,
Patrick he's waving by.
Well, it's late there.
Yeah, what time is it? It's what?
it's 10 past 10.
10 past 10? Yeah.
Yeah, he's.
That's not terribly late.
I've been
too
awake
bad.
since 5.
Oh, that's
That's
pretty.
way too early on a Saturday.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I wake up at 5 every day, and I wasn't drunk last night, so I woke up at 5 this morning.
Oh, that's way
See,
too
you
early.
made a mistake. You should have gotten drunk last night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, I agree.
Yeah.
Well, if we're going to end it here, then Patrick, thank you so much for joining. A pleasure as always.
Yeah, thanks for inviting yourself on the show.
Well, if I don't invite myself, you never invite me.
No,
so.
that's not true. I just lately
Get him, Patrick.
when we've been recording, it's been on Sundays, and it's been it was when we were at Michael's. They were on Saturday. Sorry, they were on Saturday.
There you go. I wasn't going to say nothing. I was just going to let Patrick know that you're lying.
So they were on Saturdays, and sometimes they were way early in the morning for Randy, or they were later in the afternoon.
Well, we didn't even start till like 5:30 our time.
Yeah,
or
so
6,
it was so much later than and you're out at that point.
Yeah.
So
I'm surprised I'm awake now.
you're always welcome on the show. I mean,
anytime you went on, just shoot Martelle a message so he knows, and we'll have you on, man.
We'll figure it out. Like today, I was like, well, we're going to record at 4, which will be like 10 o'clock your time.
Yeah.
But which wasn't accurate.
I was going to say, you guys got on early or got the time wrong?
No, we started at 4, and I think my time conversion was off.
Martelle and I both got here at 3:30, and his conversion was just way off.
Yeah, because
it's like 9.
Because we've been going for an hour and a half.
Yeah, we got on about 8:45.
Yeah. So my time conversion was just off.
Which is odd for us. We never mess anything up.
Yeah, I don't screw anything up, ever.
Time's normally not an issue.
Well,
I mean, press and record is an issue.
Obviously.
Yeah, that's always an issue. But I pressed record today, and the light's still
and you
on.
haven't listened, but this past week's episode that just aired was, lost another show.
Lost another show.
Correct about one thing there. I didn't listen.
Yeah, I know. So.
I mean, you've probably listened to as many episodes as I have, so that's okay.
I only listen to one that I'm on, so yeah.
I don't even listen to the ones I'm on. When we first started, I did, and then I was like, these guys suck. Now I just...
That's how we're going to get listeners.
Yeah. This is garbage.
I don't even give a shit if we have listeners anymore.
No, we have fun. That's all that matters.
Right, boys. I'm going.
All right.
Later,
we'll see you,
Patrick. Have a good one.
Thanks for coming on.
No worries.
Hopefully I'll see you next time you're in the States.
Cheerio.
Yeah. Hopefully see you soon.
All right.
Frosted Flakes.
See you, buddy.
See you later. All right.
Yeah. So I love having Patrick on.
I like having any of our friends on, honestly.
Not any of them.
Every guest we've had on, I've enjoyed.
Yeah.
Like, we've had Patrick, Jason, Mo, Meet Derek,
Coriander,
Coriander, JJ, GW, Meet Derek, Music Derek.
Yeah.
Sarah, Bubba.
Yeah.
I've enjoyed all of them, man. I think we've had a good run so far.
Garrett.
You don't count.
You don't count.
Yeah, that was when we were still trying to figure things out.
This smells so much like salted peanuts.
Salty nuts.
So, because we'll just round out the show here with a quick review.
Okay.
So we revisited Larceny Barrel Proof.
That was in the Glencairn, right?
That was in the Glencairn.
I enjoyed it more than I remember enjoying it.
I did too, unfortunately.
Yeah, because you didn't like anything
Larceny.
Larceny.
I fucking hate Larceny. But this has been sitting for at least 6 months.
It's been a while, yeah.
And I'm at about half a bottle now after the pour that you and I had. So we'll just call it it was half a bottle before we poured it. It's half a bottle now. We'll just call it half a bottle.
Okay. It was a good smooth sipper while having a convo with friends.
It was.
Much
more at 123 proof.
Yeah, it was.
Percent. Sorry.
I was gonna say it didn't
proof. Yeah, 123.8 proof.
It didn't jump out and punch me hard.
Nope.
But it wasn't.
It wasn't
weak. It was bold.
It didn't have that shitty, like super harsh, woody flavor to it.
Yeah, it was just a good solid sipper.
So I think it just needs to sit. I think literally you need to get a bottle. Like if you get a bottle of Larceny Barrel Proof,
open it,
dump half your bottle either down the drain or into another bottle,
or into some kind of other,
and let it sit for 6 months before you. Yeah,
it was pretty good. I actually enjoyed it. I would give that a 2.5 today.
Yeah, I'm at a solid 2 for that. Yeah, because I think before I was closer to like a 1.5.
I have no clue what I was at, but what I had today out of that Glencairn, I was sipping on it, I kept tasting, and I didn't want to interrupt Jason because he had limited time. I didn't want to be rude with Patrick, but I'm sipping and going, this is pretty good.
It's not terrible.
Yeah, I'm
it's
enjoying
not like
it.
It was.
Like, it wasn't just like, oh, okay, I can drink it. Like, I can drink it. I was going, I'm enjoying this while having a conversation with friends.
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah, it
so
was good.
I'm at a 2. You can give it a 2.5. I'm at a 2 with it. And then we just re-poured. So we have the Booker's. It's the Booker No. It's Booker's at 61.2%, so 122 proof. This is a 6-year, 10-day old. 6-year, 10-month, 10-day old. And it's still as good as it was the day we had it.
Now this
when
one,
we opened it,
to me, has more bite.
A little bit
Larceny,
more bite.
And
Well,
I mean
Larceny's a wheat.
Yeah, I was going to say, I mean that in a good way. It's very robust in flavor. It's how I mean that bite. It's not, oh, it's harsh, oh, it burns, oh, I don't like it. I give this one a 3. This one, I'm stepping up from the Larceny. I think this one has withstood the test of time and probably gotten better.
I'm at a 3.5 on this.
Okay.
I don't know what I gave it before, but
I don't remember.
I'm at a 3.5 on this one. It's gotten better. Like it's almost like dusty peanuts, like what you would get at a Texas Roadhouse.
Right, where you're sitting there eating peanuts laying on your table and throwing shells on the floor.
I get that, like on the nose. I get it on the palate.
Yeah, I get a little almost peanut brittle.
Yeah, peanut brittle. There's
just a slight sweetness to the peanut.
Yeah, no vanilla, no caramel, none of that. But brown sugar, peanut brittle, kind of dusty peanutty.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I just took a very little sip and let it kind of dance around on my taste buds.
And it's 120.
It tastes like salty nuts.
It's over 120 proof.
Yeah. It's another, and that's another one I've been sipping over the last hour and however half we've been talking.
Yeah, but it doesn't
sipper.
It doesn't drink like a 120.
No, I mean you couldn't like chug it. You could, but
I wouldn't advise that.
Yeah, I would not advise it. Very easy sipper too, but more robust in flavor than the Larceny, I think.
Yeah, and we're coming up on. So we're in May. We're coming up on June.
That's 5 years.
I've only bought 2 bottles of whiskey so far this year.
Yeah, you haven't bought much.
I haven't bought anything. Well, not much. I mean, I literally bought just the 2 bottles of Whiskey War.
Yep.
The Unicorn Tier Trail of whatever the fuck, I hate that name.
The Unicorn Genocide.
So I'm sticking with that. So this is the first time I've had whiskey since at least April 3rd.
Yeah, because you did
the weekend before
did 6
April
weeks
3rd.
Off.
I did 6 weeks off. I didn't.
Well, yeah, I shouldn't say we.
Yeah, I didn't drink anything until. So March 8th would have been 6 weeks, and on March 6th I drank a couple IPAs. Like just the day. I'm like, you know what? Monday is 2 days away. Fuck it.
Yeah, you ain't doing nothing Sunday anyway.
I'm not doing anything Sunday. But I didn't drink anything at all this week until last night. So I had something.
Even last night, you said you didn't drink that much.
I had a glass of wine.
Yeah, I mean that's dinner.
So, and that was because we had steak dinners.
Ooh, I wanted to steak.
The fucking filling station.
I was trying to go down to the river last Sunday, and Music Derek couldn't make it, so I didn't go.
I will if you are in the Carroll area, like if you are in Pickerington, or
I'm looking to get a good steak soon. So tell me about
the filling station Friday nights.
Really?
It's limited. So it's a small dive bar in Carroll. It's one of 2 bars in Carroll. They do steak night. So I think it's $15. You get a steak however you want it cooked. It's a T-bone, a baked potato, piece of bread, and some green beans.
That's not bad.
Oh, they make the best goddamn steaks. Like I've tried to mimic them and I can't.
I'm going to have to try that then.
I can't come close.
Maybe after baseball season, because right now everything's baseball every freaking night of the week.
Not for me, thank God.
Yeah, just this month. Well, in a little next month, but all right, that'll do it then.
Yeah, that's it. So
Insta, Google, Tweetstagram.
Yeah, that thing, and so Booker's. I mean, if you can get a bottle of Booker's, get a bottle of Booker's.
Yeah, I've never had bad Bookers.
Boogers. I've never had bad boogers.
I love boogers.
Larceny, I'm still up in the air on the Larceny thing. Like, this one was good. Like, I hated it when I bought it. I liked it a little more this time around. But it's been a couple months.
It's solid. It's available. Like I said, 2.5. It's one of those ones that if you haven't had it, at least try it. See what you think. Is what I'm saying.
Well, we said that before.
I'm not saying it's like a knockout. You have to have it, but
I'm disappointed in myself that I enjoyed it this time around versus before.
Yeah.
Because I talked so much shit about Larceny.
You have.
Well, I went to the Heaven Hill experience and had Larceny there and wasn't a fan of the Larceny I had there.
Yeah, I remember.
I mean, I've not been a fan of any bottle of Larceny I've picked up in the store. This is just like, okay, I bought it. I mean, even Jason C he's all about the Larceny stuff. I'm like, I'm not getting it.
Yeah.
So,
I liked it today. I don't remember last time.
yeah.
If you're a new listener, go find that show and listen to all our other shows.
Start from the beginning.
Start from number 213, Apple Bottom Jeans.
Start from number 1.
And then go to number 1.
Go backwards and then come forward.
Right.
Anyway, all right. So Instagram, Tweetstagram.
Yep.
Tweetstagram.
Tweetstagram. Google Tweetstagram.
Honestly, I haven't even been posting anything on Instagram. I've been focused more on the photography stuff than even my own personal account. So, hey, you know what? While you're at it, just check out the Cracked Skull podcast.
Yeah.
With
our good buddy Coriander
and his cousin Ted.
Oh, is it his cousin?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, Teddy's his cousin. His cousin Ted.
Teddy Ruxpin?
Yep.
That's awesome. What if we had Teddy Ruxpin here?
I wish I had
we could record onto a cassette in advance and then just hit play at certain times and he'd just
have him talk. I would totally fucking do that.
Oh, man.
How awesome would that be?
We definitely have to have video for that.
We would have to have a tape recorder.
I've got one.
Oh, well, then problem solved.
And I've got a boombox.
For Randy, I'm Martelle. We're out.
Okay, bye. Peace. Later. Chicken grease, taters, and big old salty nuts.